Hello everyone, we're ready to put another rep in and we're going to do Andy Samberg today. So let's go. I've set myself a challenge to make 100 of these videos, so do 100 typings in, I don't know how long exactly, every day or every other day is my goal. So, but now I've numbered the videos. I've already made 6, so this is the 7th one, and we're starting. And so this one today we've got an extra hint from Gamma Quadra, who's a subscriber, and who said, okay, well, I can give you a one hint for this person, Andy Samberg's type. Oh, is it written with a Y? With a Y. But I haven't seen it yet. I haven't looked at it. I think she sent it to me, but I haven't checked her comment yet in case it was spoiled. So my idea is I'm going to just try to type him just straight, and then make my own guess, and then look at the hint, and then reform my guess from there, because the one hint can really change the whole picture. So we'll see what that does. But anyway, thank you for proposing that. I like that kind of fun idea. So let's do it. Let's see. Andy Samberg is so darn funny. Let's do it.
We had.
Yes,
Yeah.
You were married last weekend. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
That's exciting news.
Got it.
Wait, because usually I do a tiny recap on yesterday's one. Andy Richter, I've watched his video up again, and I'm like, okay, I believe it that it's this. It was very interesting to watch again. Sorry, I'm skipping all over the place, but that's part of the reason why I want to do 100 of these, so that I actually start making a routine and learning how to blast properly. So, as I was saying, I saw a lot. I was jumping around a lot during this typing, yesterday's typing. So a lot of them I was sort of on the fence, or sort of considering one or the other. So like the FI, I mentioned FI a lot, and then in the end I went with FE. So it's really a question of just seeing it clearly enough. But I was really seeing something that I haven't been able to explain quite yet, is that he kept seeming like he's not quite at ease, and I think that's why I made him a decider, because there's something like he felt not relaxed, like something that made me sort of crisp. And then I was thinking, well, maybe that's the sleep last. That's the sort of hyped up energy where you're not sort of just chill, but which is different from a decider energy, or any old freak out demon energy. But it was interesting. That's why I wanted to say DE or decider, because how can I explain it clearly? He had a kind of, you could almost say, feminine sort of delicateness to his, like, unsure in his demeanor, I think. Which made me feel like it was all kind of weird, like low confidence and things. But then if you watch him talking, he's actually fine. And so you think, how come I feel like he's in pain if he's actually fine, and he's just, he's laughing and he's interacting? So then where is this weirdness? There is like but maybe it's just me. And so maybe that's my reaction to his sleep last. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, that was my analysis. So now let's start with Andy Samberg.
There it is.
That's it. $7 million. Jason. I work really hard on that show. I understand. And I gotta say, if you had a show, I would watch it every night. I do have a show every night. You're on it right now. And it's on every night?
It is. Do you watch it?
Uh-huh.
Well, if you watch it, tell me one thing about it.
Super great to be here hosting this.
Okay. They do this kind of thing sometimes, these sort of weird skits, and it's just awkward on purpose. And I don't understand it.
Season finale of SNL. Unbelievable. Before we begin, I should mention Justin Timberlake could not be here tonight. He's currently touring in Russia. Just want to get that out of the way. But I do understand that he sent me a picture to wish me luck.
Incredible.
I got ripped off.
You're honeymooning here.
Yeah, this is it.
How romantic.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, our
How does
friend.
it feel?
It feels good. It was the best day of my life. Mm-hmm. It's nice, you know, I finally lost my virginity, which is nice. waited 35 long years.
Wow.
And,
Yeah. How'd that go?
I was bad. I was really bad at it. I should have practiced. 35 years is too long to wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. My turn.
Is that real? He actually lost his virginity at 35. Is that like, real? I can never tell.
Seth?
Yes, Andy?
Seth, I'm sorry about that time I made you drive me to LaGuardia Airport, and then when we got there, I realized, oh wait, I'm not going to LaGuardia, I'm going to JFK. And then when we got to JFK, I realized, oh wait, I'm not going to either of these places because where I really wanted to go was the bathroom. Which I did. In your car. Anyway,
I don't find it funny.
man, I'm sorry for drenching your sweet ride.
That was pretty gross.
But also a little cool?
No.
Agree to disagree. I'm working on a new show, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, for which I won 2 Golden Globes. Yes, won 2 Golden Globes for it, bringing new meaning to the phrase, and twins. Thank you. Put on a suit to tell that joke.
Now, is this true?
It's too jumpy. Too jumpy, let's see. Loves hearing people sing along to Lonely Island songs.
Why do they think it's me?
Am I allowed to watch this late night? I don't want to. They're so annoying with their... Because this is technically fair use, you see. What I'm doing, I'm using the videos, but not as a replication of the late night show or whatever. I'm actually commenting on it, and while I'm showing it, I'm bringing your attention to something that's different from the original intent of the content. So it should be called fair use. Apparently, I tried to look it up, how that works, but it's like every country has different rules and have different names for it. YouTube just sort of default sides with whoever's legal property it is, and they say, if you really want to use it, you can dispute it, but we're not gonna give you the benefit of the doubt, which I find understandable, but I also think they've made it way too easy for all these people who have protected content to find. Like, I upload the video, and in a minute already there's someone who's like, it has 0 views, and it's gonna get realistically max 20 views, and there's already someone who's filed a complaint on this section of the video, and I'm like, YouTube, why are you doing that? Like, you're making it... I understand that you have to give people... do that legally, but it's just become too easy, and it's just annoying. Like, I can't just friggin' make a video that is perfectly legal. It was a bit of annoying. I noticed myself have an observer freak out about this control. I saw myself having it, and I was like, okay, I'm having it. And I'm quite proud of it because I just actually, after that, I was like, okay, I'm going to take this like an adult and look up how it works and just cut out the pieces that are not allowed and just roll with it because I am an adult and I can do that. Okay, here. Go.
This is nice. Your 4th anniversary.
Yeah.
With your lovely wife, Joanna Newsom.
That's
so
correct.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, you know, the first 3 anniversaries were very lavish.
You like? What would you do? You would take her out to a great meal.
Yeah, fancy dinner, nice restaurant, huge, you know, thing of flowers,
Yeah.
you know, dazzle her, go out dancing.
Why is he out
probably.
of breath?
Yeah.
And then we got the baby now, so this year I got home, I picked a single flower out of the neighbor's garden. I walked in, I was like, happy anniversary. She's like, thanks, and then we both passed out on our faces.
How did you convince Joanna Newsom to marry you?
That's a great question. That's a great question. She's a sneaky comedy fan. That's the
So how long were you together before you got married?
Together, I want to say, I better get this right.
What do you mean, I want to say?
5 years,
Don't
5
you-
years, and then now married 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember your anniversary?
I do. We've had 2, and I remembered both.
Good.
And we did the thing where you do the gifts, where there's the thing it has to be made of for the year.
Right.
And the first year, it's paper.
Right. And the second year is cotton,
Cotton.
isn't it? Uh-huh.
Yeah. So cotton, I got her a grandma got run over by a reindeer sweatshirt.
Uh-huh.
And paper, I wrote on a piece of paper, we can buy that table that you want.
That's really exciting, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
It's been, there we are.
Yep.
That's me and my wife.
We met at Joanna's show.
And you...
And I...
Isn't there some story like you hadn't heard her and then you were like, I love this person? Have I made that story different?
No, I was really a big fan of hers.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I went with Fred Armisen and my friend Matt Murray, who's a comedy writer. And Fred had met Joanna and her friend Jamie and some of her people at a festival like a year before, so he knew them. And a cool part of the story is Mike Myers was there with his lady, and he's a big fan of Joanna as well. And we were sort of sitting in the same area, and then the show ended, and we'd already talked about how we were going to like say hi to Joanna and I was going to meet her and everything after the show. And we were chatting with Mike Myers because of SNL. He saw us and then said hi. And we were like, are you going to stay after and like say hi? And he was like, oh, no, I don't really like to do that. Are you guys? And we were both like, no, it's lame. We're not going to do that. And they're like, anyway, we're just going to pay our check, though, because we haven't paid our check. He's like, okay, cool, and left. And I was like, we're still going to stay, right? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, cool, because I really want to meet her.
That's great. That's great.
And so, yeah, we met and became buddies. And then, like...
Oh, chums first.
Chums first, yeah.
Like chum hangs?
More like text friends,
Ooh.
and then we'd like see each other here and there and say hi. But like that night, we went out with her and all her friends and had a blast.
And hit it off.
Yeah,
Here you are being a night owl, and she's a night owl?
the biggest. She makes me look like you.
She enjoys just the dark times.
It's crazy.
Really?
When we were living together in New York, I'd come home from SNL at like 6 a.m. and she'd be up just like watching TV.
No way.
Yeah, and she'd be like, hi.
Best concert I ever went to was, oh, that's tough. Probably Joanna Newsom, my wife.
So they're both kind of outgoing, extrovert, play kind of, right? I don't know. I feel like he is more on the extroverted side. Extrovert or extrovert? It's always the question. Extroversion. Extroversion with an A, extroverted with an O. I haven't got very much for some reason. We need to find like a normal conversation. Interview. Maybe if I write interview and a Y. Come on. Interview. What does he do even? What's his job? Team Coco, Jimmy Kimmel. The Ellen Show. talking about married life. It's not this 5 years ago, so now they're 7 years married. If they're still married. Well, let's watch this one.
I have to tell you how great you were because I haven't seen you since you hosted the Emmys. You did such a great job.
Thank you.
And it was so funny. You're funny and clever, and I knew it would be funny and clever, but you seemed so relaxed.
I wasn't.
No?
But I mean, coming from you, you're the host of all time, so.
Well, it's a crazy thing to do. But I mean, you just have to kind of walk out there and be present. And were you?
Well, I spent most of the time prepping for it. I'm sure you relate to this.
Yeah, because there were a lot of really amazing tape pieces. That whole Netflix thing was amazing.
Oh yeah, how there's too many shows.
Yeah.
There are a lot of shows.
Yeah.
I kept thinking about like, oh, how will reviewers think about it and people at home, and then you forget that when you walk out, there's 7,000 people in the theater.
Right.
Which is bigger than most live stuff I ever have done. So just that alone, I was like, oh no! and it's everyone from our industry, and they're worried about if they're gonna win, and sort of when I hit the mark at the very beginning of it, I got really nervous. And then once I got a few laughs, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because it is our peers, and it's people that have seen it all, and they're a little jaded because they're the writers. They're the ones who are, it's you know, usually about them.
I mean, I've been to the Emmys before, and my stance generally from the seats is like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a tough crowd. It's a really tough crowd. But I thought you were really funny and really clever.
Thank you.
So congratulations on that. Would you want to do it again?
I would do it again, sure.
You should do it again.
I mean, now that you said you liked it.
So
that was a genuine thanks. It was like, I appreciate you saying that. Thank you. And she wanted to tell him.
I'll just say it right now. He should be the host every year. That's what I'll say. It's
That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
And since I saw you also, you got married. Congratulations.
I did. Thank you very much.
That's very exciting.
Straight up.
How long?
She's married too.
So how long were you together before you got married?
Together, I want to say. I better get this right.
What do you mean? I want to say
5 years.
Don't
5
you?
years, and then now married 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember your anniversary?
I do. We've had 2, and I remembered both.
Good.
And we did the thing where you do the gifts, where there's the thing it has to be made of for the year.
Right.
And the first year, it's paper.
Right. And the second year is cotton,
Cotton.
isn't it? Uh-huh.
Yeah. So cotton, I got her a grandma got run over by a reindeer sweatshirt.
Uh-huh.
And paper, I wrote on a piece of paper, we can buy that table that you want.
That's really exciting, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
It's been, there we are.
Yep.
That's me and my wife.
There you are. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is so funny. So,
Thanks.
I mean, it's 3rd season, right?
3rd season, yeah. Man, I love it. I love it. I can't believe how much I still love it. I expected it to be like, in the beginning it'd be exciting, and then you'd be like, yeah, it's a gig, and we show up, but we're all having a ton of fun still. I feel like it's actually just getting better.
Yeah.
Everyone should watch it.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't been getting very much. Like, I'm just sort of waiting for my brain to think of something is all I'm doing, really. But he just said a thing that made me think OE. He was expecting to get bored of it. So he's playing in this show, and he's surprised that after a while he's still enjoying it, even though it's not novel. I wanted to say something, actually. Funny, I didn't think of saying it just now. Before. If you don't know what this guy's type is, I think for you it's going to be more valuable to watch these if you know the type. So I'm going to put the type in the description. I'm going to put this guy's type in the description a bit lower, so it's not like spoil if you don't want to see it. But if I were you, to get value out of this, basically what you want to do, what I'm giving you is me making mistakes. for the most part. That's me trying to type and making mistakes. And that's a really good way to learn, is to either make mistakes yourself or to watch someone else making mistakes. So if you can see me making a mistake in real time, because you know what the actual type is, that will help you learn about typing. Like, what mistake did I make? And then you just sort of keep noticing more and more mistakes, and then that way we'll learn together. So I'm going to put the result there in the doobly-doo, lower down, because I'm telling you things like just my interpretation as if it's true, but then of course it might turn out that in this case it's not true. So I want you to not be learning errors, not be learning mistakes, and to be able to know when I'm bullshitting and when I'm saying something that could make sense. So just so you know. It's a very different experience watching myself doing the typing after knowing what the type is. It's very interesting. I recommend it. I recommend you film yourself typing. It's an interesting exercise. So anyway, what I was saying was surprised that he's not bored. By routine. OE. Conscious OE.
Everybody should watch it. It's very clever, very funny.
Thanks.
And you're working, it's really fun to go to work, and that's what we do here. We come to work and laugh every day. There's nothing better than that.
It's the greatest. It's what I always dreamed of.
Yeah.
And for me, like, my dream as a kid was to be on SNL, and then that happened, which never happens. So after that, it's all just kind of been icing. And Brooklyn has been crazy. It's like this whole second family, our cast and everybody who works on it.
It's another cake with icing.
It's like a double-tiered cake with icing in between, squished in the middle of the cake.
Oh, that's finished. Come on. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Kimmel. 7 minutes. Joanna. And people like Joanna. Be like, oh wow, how did you score this girl? Oh, I want to watch that. How did she make? How did she make?
Somebody spent
Selena Gomez.
How much did they spend, you know?
A lot.
Yeah, I know. I think I got the connection. I may or may not be a fan of you, Andy.
What is your favorite Hotel Transylvania character and why?
I'd say Dracula. He's my papa. He's
Right.
a good guy. All right, Andy, my turn.
Thought you were gonna say Johnny.
Would you rather find out the love of your life is a vampire who needs to drink a
All these clips again. This seems very double decidery. He seems very double decidery. One day I will be able to say these things with confidence and state. I spend a lot of time thinking about how I'm doing it and why. Like, is this an efficient way of learning? And I'm like, yes, this is learning, Adam. You're learning a lot. This is the way to go, the thing to do. I'm very concerned about doing it the right way. Interesting. So it seems very double decider. Of course, with OP, one would do that because it's such a mind-fucking topic to even start thinking about. Golden Globes jokes. It's all joke. Huh?
You and Sandra Oh hosted the Golden Globes the other night. You did a great job.
Thanks.
Thanks. That is a tough room. I know from experience.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw what happened with me.
I recently rewatched it, yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Because I hosted the Golden Globes, and the great, everyone's nice over there and everything. I go out. We did this giant opening, like a La La Land thing.
Wonderful, yeah.
Really spent hours on this thing, worked days and weeks on this thing. Come out to tell my monologue, and the teleprompter is broken. Mm-hmm. Nothing. It's just a blank screen, and I go, oh boy, this is bad. And so I'm like waiting for like the applause. They already announced like Jimmy Fallon, and everyone's clapping.
Yeah.
And then they just kind of like tired of clapping because I'm not doing anything. So I'm just kind of standing there. I'm like, whew. And then they have a replacement teleprompter it was behind the broken teleprompter. So I can see like 4 letters of words. I go, and then I saw like computer typing. And I go, oh, this is serious. I might get this back. And I was like,
I want to watch Andy
like 4
talk.
days of silence.
And I rewatched it, and it's about 6 seconds.
Is it really?
Yeah, you did. It was fine. It was great.
Oh, no, please. But that's
for some reason, I saw that as punching with the sensory. Like, I measured it, it was 6 seconds. And I could tell you that with confidence. Masculine S.
It's a tough room.
Dude, because...
Well, the thing that I think maybe is starting to read even more on TV now is the audience is not watching the show. Like, it's like there's 2 things happening. There's like a big award show happening, and then right next to it is a really loud restaurant filled with celebrities.
It is just people drinking and eating and going
They
like...
do not care about the show. When we came out for the monologue, you can look at the wide shot, and it looks like the battlefield in Game of Thrones or something, where it's like a melee. People are like cooking meat over an open fire and like throwing spears. Yeah. I was just like, oh God, none of these nuanced jokes are gonna land.
No, not all.
It seems very analogy related, like this is like this is like this, you know, similar to, comparable to. Which you would do if you're a comedian. Generally, that's what you do. You make funny associations between things. Lots of comparisons. N.
We worked hard on not at all. Oh, and it's live. Mm-hmm. So it's not like it's a tape show and you go, hey guys, can we focus on it? It's like, no, they're never gonna pay attention.
One time we came out and no one was paying attention. I saw somebody on the phone.
Oh yeah.
And I kind of tried to be like this to like get people's attention. The only person front row was Rami Malek. Was like, hey, yeah.
See?
I was like, I love you.
That's a good dude right there.
He's a good dude. Oh my God, his speech was great.
It was a great
Yeah.
speech. Oh, you know what a great speech? Sandra Oh, your co-host.
Incredible.
It was beautiful.
Sandra Oh is the best person on earth.
Really?
Yeah. She's way better than you.
What?
Way better. I love.
That's awkward. I think if I remember correctly, Jimmy Fallon is Decider DE, 1DE, Tribe Above Self. So very community oriented. So he's like doing this as a joke, but you can see that there's a bit of a fear in it. Like, what about me? It's not a confident, yeah, what about me? As a joke. Very small nuanced things. Doesn't really matter because it's not him we're typing. Stay on topic.
We've known each other for so long.
I know. I met her like 3 days ago, and it's true.
No.
We met briefly. We presented at the Emmys, and then we spent like the last week and a half working on the Globes. But we didn't know each other that much, and we just sort of liked each other so much from that one experience. We decided to go for it because they asked.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So that's where they came up with the, because I was wondering like what was the background?
Yeah,
you were
from
old
the
buddies.
Emmys thing. We just did like a fun presenter bit.
Yeah.
But she's so like warm and magnetic, and I fell so into her energy that we were all backstage when she won, and I was like, they were like, Sandra Oh, and I was like, yeah! They started crying. I was like, she's been working on this all for the last 4 days I've known her.
Dude, isn't that crazy though?
Yeah, like gave her boyfriend a big hug. We were like, we did it!
Yeah. I did remember.
Very personable. Wow. Some skills, some social skills right there. Look at that. Very easy going, and making jokes and doing the whole thing. I want to say reminds me of me. Yeah, like super easygoing and super social, and reminds me of me. Are probably similar to me.
Remember that with it's just odd when you see like your good friends win an award.
Yeah.
Because you go, oh, awards are cool to be nominated and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But when you see your buddies win, I think I was there when you won.
When I won a Globie?
Yeah. You won a Golden Globe.
Yeah.
I think Seth gave it to you.
Seth gave it to me, yeah. It was really sweet.
So I was like, I know him and I know him. And then I start crying. I'm like, where's Sandra? Oh, I love you too. You just did a thing called...
He's super processed about having won an Emmy thing or Globe, and I'm leaning towards DI, but I'm not seeing it as a problem. Like, he's just comfortable saying this person is the best person on earth, this person is amazing, I won a Golden Globe, this happened, that happened, no biggie. This happened, that happened, I mean this person, that person. He's very fluid. Why am I thinking DI? He's also quite pussy, relaxed, not focused energy. And he'll laugh about a thing and then he'll reset. When I'm trying to animate a group, I cannot stay still. I'm like, oh, bam, bam, and you, and this, and that, and we have to keep the energy high and make it a good event.
PBS show that I think, Quest, did you do this show, Finding Your Roots?
Yeah, I did.
You did it?
Yeah.
And you...
Did you enjoy it?
Yes, I enjoyed it.
Okay, cool. Definitely keep that exchange. For the show.
Why do you have to yell that loud?
No, I know it's like rude to come in and call shots and stuff, but let's get it close on Quest, and then... Sorry.
But he did...
That is weird. Maybe that's any. Like going a bit too deep in the originality idea. Like, that other bit I said I don't like it is too weird. The sort of awkward joke, the awkwardness conversation with that one guy. You remember. Definitely, like, he could tell that the interaction had been weird and he just called it out, but didn't make it less weird. He stayed in the weirdness.
He did Finding Your Roots on PBS.
But he finds it funny. Did you like it?
Yeah. Skip Gates.
Did you find...
I found my roots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're right next to you. Yeah, they're right there the whole time. Any secrets or anything that you found out? That you go,
I found out where in Africa my great grandfather came from.
Wow.
And
did you have any idea or any clue that was?
I had zero clue.
Yeah, I mean,
until that moment, didn't know where I came from. Anyway.
Yeah.
Why did you end up going on there?
I went on because my mother was adopted and has never known who her birth parents were.
Wow.
So when they asked, I generally don't like to do stuff like that because I like to, keep my name out the streets. But as one says. But I know that she'd always really wanted to know, so I called her and asked her, like, hey, if they could figure it out, would you want me to do this? And she said, you know, she had tried many times over her life to figure it out and never had success. So she said, okay, yeah, go for it, because at least if it works, I'll know. Wow. But yeah, it was great. And they figured everything out with DNA, like, technology now. They can figure out everything, and they figured out who her parents were, and we've met new relatives. I mean, it was absolutely mind-blowing.
Whoa, met new relatives and stuff. Mind-blowing. Now, this is more clearly like I'm seeing the double deciding and I'm seeing the single observer dialogue. Unlike yesterday, I'm so bad at names, with Andy Richter. I want to say it in German, Andy Richter, but it's, in English you could say it Richter. I couldn't see the single observer. If you really look closely, you can see it in some of what he says, but it's not like, meh. So here I'm feel like he's talking about these DNA things, and it's like mind-blowing and all that. So that's giving me more confidence on the single observer front.
Holy mackerel! I hate to ask again, but did you cry?
I did.
You did again?
Not on camera, but my mom and dad were there, and when they told us stuff about her family and then now our family, she lost it. And so when she lost it, I lost it.
Yeah. Quest, did you cry? Because you were telling me that you were so nervous about crying.
Yeah, I didn't want to cry, but then like he just kept getting me, and finally he got me.
He broke you down?
He got me in there.
It's tough. Family is so undeniable. You can't keep your sheen on.
Yeah.
The info. I feel like, you know, they are respecting the info. And family. The thing is, it's not purely an observer topic, because it touches on family as well. So, you know, I cried because you learn about your relatives and that. Is that a DE kind of?
Yeah, your emotions, have to just come out.
Yeah.
But I mean, what a great thing, what a great gift to give your mom.
Incredible. In fact, now I'm it's kind of my ace in the hole, because I'll be like, hey, I'm gonna actually miss Thanksgiving this year. I got a lot of work. And she's like, oh, that's disappointing. And I'll be like, yeah, but you know, I found your parents, so.
I think I could take a year.
Yeah, I'll be there next year.
Yeah, no big deal.
Just something I pulled off by telling a lot of wiener jokes. And
becoming successful.
Popular enough with wiener jokes to be on that show.
Working your whole career.
Yeah.
On and on.
I want to make him like me, but maybe F. But that's almost the same as yesterday, as Andy Richter, because that's me, but F, and double feminine. I'm MF. Andy Samberg interview.
How are you, Andy?
Well, we'll
Good to
risk.
see you.
We can risk a Conan. Shall we risk a Conan? Let's see if there's a. I feel like there's definitely going to be a flag on this video I'm going to upload. So we'll see. Just cross your fingers.
You too. It's very good to see you guys.
Yeah.
You're both really awesome guys, and it's fun to be here.
That sounded like I had a gun at you.
Yeah.
You are awesome guys.
You got a crappy attitude.
Yeah.
I'm like #1 attitude, good attitude, dude.
Yeah. You know, last time I saw you, we were both in Washington, D.C. A bunch of us flew there to honor Will Ferrell, who was getting the Mark Twain Prize.
That's correct, yeah.
And we all had to go on stage and do kind of a performance. And
That's right. It was on PBS, and I was going to do my set, and I had a Ken Burns joke, Ken Burns of the Civil War series on PBS.
Right.
Someone was like, ooh, Conan's got a Ken Burns joke, you might want to check with them. So I ran it by you, and you were like, you know what, mine's kind of throwaway, just do yours. So I did mine, and it played real nice, but then I watched it, and they cut it, and I heard it was because they're scared of Ken Burns.
PBS has made a lot of money, you know, working with Ken Burns. They don't want to offend him, I guess.
He's the PBS cash cow, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So well, Elmo's number one.
Elmo's number one.
Right.
Ken Burns number.
I don't know. He's pretty good at talking. ASMR.
Welcome back, everybody. We are talking with our good friend Andy Samberg. Just getting a little hydration there.
It's straight vodka.
Oh.
What's going on, Jimmy?
Oh man, this is terrible. It's off. Oh gosh, this is terrible.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
What city is that behind you? Is that Dubai?
No, do I look like a Dubai guy?
You do look. You got Dubai guy vibes.
I got like Dubai guy vibes.
Dubai, yeah, exactly.
No, that's it's New York, but we can only clear this much of it.
Got it.
So
did we just create a hit sketch character?
Yeah, Dubai guy vibes.
Yeah. Do you think we can clear the song for the jingle for the?
Can you text JT?
Yeah, or I could text him. Do you want to text him?
Do you want to have a race? Who gets to him first? Dubai guy vibes? I don't have a
Should
thing.
we actually text him and see who he writes back to first?
Hey, I got to talk about your movie. That's the whole reason you're here. We love each other and all that stuff. We could do this on our own. I want to talk about Palm Springs is the movie. 93% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is awesome. It's like the biggest thing to happen to Hulu since they invented Hulu. To describe the movie, I would say it's a lot of people say it's like a new type of take on Groundhog Day. It kind of is. It's set at a wedding, but it's a time loophole. And it's so tricky and so fun and so funny. I loved every second of it. By the way, I loved your dance move.
Well, thank you.
Coming
from you.
I'd say top 2 Andy Samberg dance clips.
What's the other one?
Probably one of your videos, maybe, or something. Are you joking?
You didn't have one in mind?
No. But, dude, you look smooth. You look cool. You're like James Bond did this movie. You crushed this movie. Andy Samberg, I will tell you this. This is the real deal. I love everything you do, but this might be the best thing. This might be, you were unbelievable in this. It was beautiful. It was funny.
Thank you, man. He's really good at taking appraisal, taking praise, compliments. He's really good at taking compliments. He's sincere and just thank you, man. I really appreciate it. But he is taking them. He's not saying nah.
You had great chemistry. It was just, I just kept moving, and man, oh man, you deserve all the kudos you're getting for this. It's fantastic,
Thanks,
buddy.
pal.
I want to
Thank you. That means a lot.
I want to show a clip from the movie. This is the dance scene I was talking about. Here's Andy Samberg and Kristen Milioti in Palm Springs. Take a look. Hey, you know what some super fan of yours pointed out to us and it made me laugh?
What?
That
it's like over the top any. Like the reference is so obscure that you don't understand what they're doing. That's what I got out of that. It's like, whoa, so far-fetched.
Your name, Andy Samberg, has the letters ASMR in it. Now, for those of you watching home that don't know what ASMR is, it's like where you kind of very whisper into a microphone and like you click your nails and just very quiet. I was wondering if you could maybe do a little ASMR before we go, if anything. You want to...
Okay. Sure, I guess I just...
Wow.
That is the Yeti. It's a special microphone. It's like one of the best ones, and it's the one that GB says is the best one for ASMR, the Yeti ASMR. Yeti microphone. So they were prepared.
It's kind of gross.
Hey, Jimmy, I did want to just take this opportunity to talk about some mango tropical humor. The text on the back of this mango bag, it says, some people say snacks are no laughing matter. They think food is only meant to nourish, not amuse. Well, they can go ahead and keep on strolling down Sirius Street because we believe that nature has what it takes to make you smile so big you laugh for no reason.
That's more than enough. I can't take anymore. I can't take anymore. It's insane. Stop smacking your mouth. My thanks to Andy Samberg, Palm Springs.
I enjoy ASMR. I like watching ASMR. It's like in my Feel Better playlist. I've got all these ASMR ones. Okay, let me try. Thing is, I almost want to type in the same as the German one. I have to go back again. Andy Richter. I want to type him almost the same as Andy Richter, like NEFI. Consume, play, blast, sleep, and MF. MF? Double masculine? Could it be double masculine? Could it be feminine S? It could be. I don't know. I was also thinking maybe I should not type all the way to 512, because I often try to learn things the hard and slow way, where I sort of do it. I want to work on all of the skills simultaneously and then just grind through the slow process of building all of the skills simultaneously very slowly up, instead of concentrating on just a couple skills, getting really high up here, making no progress on these ones, and then once I'm there, then moving these ones up a little. Give and take, there's pros and cons in both methods. But so I was thinking, which one should I do? Which one is more effective? But I think it might just be a symptom of me trying to switch things up too much all the time, because that's something I do. Always reviewing the way you're doing something instead of just sticking to one way, sticking to the routine. Okay, let's see what... Oh, look at that. So, Gamma Quadra said he is not an intuitive. Not intuitive. Okay. Interesting. I would not have known that. Okay. Hint. Not an intuitive. So that means Saviour S. S for sure. Okay. SF then?
Is on Hulu now and showing in select.
Not ST. Or maybe he's energy dom then. Maybe that's why he's also not serious. So maybe energy dom. You see, it has consequences to have a hint. Say it's not S, well, okay, then I have to find another explanation for what I'm seeing.
Drive-ins, look for it. Palm Springs. We'll be right back with Jose Andres. Everyone, stick around.
Okay.
Thank you for being with us.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm excited to see whose mic is warmer.
I think mine, this might just be, is this a real mic or is this a prop? It's a real mic. Wow. Mine is a real mic. I didn't know. I got this from Larry King years ago. Your mic is very nice. It looks like you're taking an online course right now.
Yeah, I was saying it's like somewhere between that and InfoWars. It was like, it's all going to shit. I don't know. I've never seen InfoWars. I don't know what they say.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, doing an impression of something you've never seen.
That's how I got SNL.
It's pretty. You did impressions of people that you didn't really know.
Yeah. I was like, this is George Bush. They were like, no.
Here's my Humphrey Bogart. I've never seen his work, but come on, guys, let's get going.
It's actually not too far off.
No, towards the end, that's what he was doing. I like to start by asking people, because I care. Actually, I've been instructed to act like I care. How are you, Andy? How are you doing during quarantine? How's your family? What's going on?
Conan, thank you for asking. Not great, but
not great. Are you getting through it okay?
I compared to what everyone's going through, I have no complaints, but it turns out being in a quarantine sucks.
Yeah.
I'm missing seeing friends and family and going to work and going to the park. But otherwise, I don't have any active real complaints.
I would think one plus side is your wife, the beautiful Joanna Newsom, is an incredibly talented musician, harpist.
Yes.
You, at least in quarantine, get to hear wonderful music all day.
Yes, it's true. I'm almost spoiled by it. I get to hear her play and practice and stuff because she's got to stay in harp shape, which is a thing that she tells me is a real thing.
Right.
But I'm like, kind of by being married to her and hearing her play a lot, I've gotten a little bit snobby about like other harp music now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like, I'll like be at like a high tea, at a fancy hotel, and there'll be a harpist, and I'll be like, sucks.
Do you ever say that to the harpist?
No. Yeah. On the way out, I'll be like, oh, no, it was really beautiful. Yeah, great harp. And then to Joanna, I'll be like, she's like, yeah, I thought it was fine. I'm like, yeah, it was all just like bullshit glissandos. No technique.
No one talks that way about the.
He's quite funny. I find him funny. He's got a really nice, just classic, funny aura. That's all. He's really honed in on. Comedy is good. That's what I want to make my life around, is trying to find ways of being funny, trying to find jokes. And you get better at it. If you pay attention to what's funny, after a while you start getting into the habit of it, and then you just become more funny, basically. It helps to be around people who are funny or who are looking for jokes. People who you can tell that when they're talking and when you're talking, they're looking for the joke. And so sometimes they'll laugh about something you said, even though it's not funny. But even though you're not trying to make a joke, but they will find an interpretation that makes them laugh. And it's really nice to witness that, and it makes you want to do that more and to look for more jokes. Because they're really trying to give you the best interpretation of what you're saying. Another tangent. I'm thinking about tangents. I'm also thinking about how again, these discussions about oh, you haven't been typed so you don't know. And I find it really bothersome because it's really prejudiced people who telling others that they can't see it, they're not paying attention, and they're definitely not the type that they think they are. And it's like you don't realize, like, I've been myself growing for over a year now, and checking every coin and watching myself, while I'm living, I'm watching myself act and gradually picking up little details. But the main thing that has been really important is the growth, and that's like, learn. You know your OE because you can tell that you can't fucking narrow down, and you notice that every time you're like, I'm not narrowing down, I just keep looking for new things. And if you look at my life, it's like it's a proper struggle, and I'm like aware of the difficulty and working on the demon. And so I'm working on the demon of, like, that's how I know my type. I'm working on the demon of narrowing down. I'm working on the demon of paying attention to feeling, mine own and other people's. I've always been really uncomfortable, and so I'm growing and improving. I feel like I'm growing by putting work and effort into this, something that I find difficult, really. Feeling. I'm trying to pay attention to people more, paying attention to other people, celebrities and just friends, and, sort of get a more general view of, people interaction, and respect that it's important, because I naturally don't find it important. I'm trying to practice making checklists and, getting my life in order, organized, and daily having fucking routines. It's like I practiced, I had zero ability to do that, and I really had to start with, okay, drink a glass of water first thing in the morning, and that's your schedule for today, and do that for a couple weeks, and then try to add on something. And it's like really it's hard. So I've been working on all of these demons. And so I can clearly see, and I can tell you the demon for all of them, for energy, for the sleep last, even the masculine S, feminine S. Sometimes I feel like, oh, I could work on that demon as well. And then people come over and they're like, oh, you definitely not that type. And they have and you can tell that they have no idea. And they're just telling you, oh no, because I interpret this coin this way, so, and I am typed by DNS, so definitely I have more authority to speak on the matter than you. And I'm like, dude, I've been fucking growing with this type. It's just so disrespectful. And they just do it like as if it's nothing, like, oh, that's just how we roll. And like, I've been working on these demons. It's hard building all this shit. And you're just telling me that I'm Savior Sleep. And I'm like, whoa, man, you have no idea. I'm not Savior Sleep. Like, I know. Watch me in my daily life. And so, yeah, I try to double decide that, or double whatever it is. to think, okay, well, these people just trying out. You know, everyone's trying to find patterns, trying to practice. But I feel like there's a bit too much of a reflex to tell people what their type is. Like, people are talking about one thing, and it's like, oh, well, you're probably that type, so that's why that. And I'm like, dude, this is something I'm struggling with, or whatever, and you're just minimalizing it, and you're wrong. I don't know. I don't like it, and it's really. I guess you just got to stick to your guns, which is what I've been doing. And it's quite funny to see the reaction, people's reaction, because it's so going against the general, the common OP way of doing things, which is gaslight 100% all the way. You don't know, and the only way to be sure of a type is if Dave and Shan told you. It's like, okay. So yeah, it's been funny to state confidently, state things that you're technically not allowed, not allowed in OP culture to say, and to see people freak out about it. It's funny, interesting, and I think needed as well. Like, people need to chill out, and the only way to do that is to expose them to new ways of thinking that are also tolerable. That's how you build tolerance, is just find, have more diversity present, and then after a while everyone has to just accept the diversity. Okay, so let's carry on. So I'm thinking now energy dom maybe, and S and F.
The harp. You know what's nice is harp music. Harp music is what they always play when someone's falling in love or having a magical epiphany, and you must constantly be.
He could still be infodom. Like, I make jokes. I'm a funny guy when I want to. I can be. And I'm infodom, so
be walking around the house feeling.
I can't see his Savior S, by the way. Savior sensor. I haven't, doesn't make sense that he's Savior sensor suddenly.
Like, you're hearing that music and thinking you're falling in love with your toothbrush as you put the paste on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it definitely lends itself to sort of dissonant moments where it'll be like playing, and then I'll catch myself in the mirror and be like, I do have to go to the bathroom. This is a magical discovery. And then I'll go do that. Myself in the mirror and be like, dissonant moments where it'll be like playing, and then I'll catch myself in the mirror and be like, I do have to go to the bathroom. This is a magical discovery. And then I'll go do that.
That could be so he's saying he doesn't realize that he's not paying attention to his bodily needs because he's just distracted by playing. It could be literally playing, play, and so maybe sleep last, like not aware of the energy preserving, we need to keep the body working. Maintenance.
You're lucky that your talented wife plays, is an expert harp player.
Yeah.
My wife, when I met her, was in the traveling company of Stomp. And so all she does is stomp all day to keep in stomp shape.
Right.
So she's constantly making stomping sounds and stomping. And I'm like, do you really need to do this?
Yeah.
And she's like, I've got to keep this up. I've got to be ready.
So every time the phone rings at home, she's like, is it Stomp?
Yeah. Is it Stomp? Do they want me back? And I went, no, there's a pandemic. And no one's seeing Stomp right now. And she's like, well, when this pandemic's over, I'll be stomping again.
Yeah.
That's how my wife talks.
It sounds like her, yeah. She's like, the football, the quarterback in high school.
She was the quarterback. She was, she was very good.
A quarterback of Stomp.
Yeah. Welcome to my bad improv. She was also a hamburger. How old is your daughter now?
3 years old.
Does she emulate your wife at all? Is she interested in music?
Yeah, there's a company, Lion and Healy, that makes harps, and when it got out that we had a kid, they very nicely sent a very tiny Lion and Healy child harp to us as a gift.
Right.
To her. And it's in the house now. So yeah, my daughter does sometimes get on there and sort of start strumming it and emulating her mom. It's pretty cute.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Does she emulate you in any way? Does your daughter ever like to do things that you do?
I feel like it's only a matter of time before she starts, playing the harp and doing some dick raps. I feel like that's definitely what Joanna's side of the family is waiting for. They're going to be stoked when that hits.
A great combination.
Yeah. I think that's what the world needs more of.
Yes. Yeah. Certainly not less of, because there's none of it now.
It's going to be, it's going to be an interesting time when she discovers what I have done for a living for these many years.
My kids still don't know. They think I'm a realtor. I have a very fond memory when your daughter was born, days afterwards, and it surprised me, but you brought her on my show. Do you remember that?
I did, yeah. That was a very special moment. I was very proud new daddy.
Yeah.
And I wanted to show her off. Yeah.
Yeah, you did show her off. Let's take a look at that clip right now.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Was she wasn't injured, was she?
She was fine. She was fine. I was earning that Dad of the Year mug that day.
Yeah. I don't know. He's so not serious that it's hard to actually know what his real thoughts are about things. Okay, let's make him energy Dom. So SEFI consume, and energy Dom means blast last. Why not? And then you've got sleep and play. Play above sleep. Consume, play, sleep, blast. And I said masculine and I don't actually know feminine DE, masculine DE. Let's say double masculine just for lols. Okay. MM. No. OSFC-PZ. Double masculine. Okay, let's try. Let's see. Andy Mona. O S F D I O E. Consume, play, sleep, energy, masculine S, masculine DE. Okay, let's see. Observers, right? S, okay, well we knew that. O-S-T, okay. T-D-E. So F-I-T-E, axis. O-E is right. So play first, which is right. Oh, play blast. Play blast, consume sleep. Play blast, consume sleep. Oh, okay. M-S-F-D-E. Okay. Well, there we go. We got the rep in. It's funny. I'm in a funny mood now. Okay. O-S-T-D-E-O-E. Blast. And blast. Play, obviously. And info. Masculine S. Feminine D-E. I was just looking for a mistake. Well, that's a nice little 5 out of 10. Very good, very good. And so there we are. Who we're going to see next time, and when is next time, we don't even know yet. Could be tomorrow. Angela Benedict. Yeah. Ooh, wow. Okay. Angela Benedict. Let's go. Angela, number 24. I like this thing. Pretty cool. It like compiles your results and all. And you've got. I'm gonna have 30. One every month. Enough for a whole month of typing every day. I'll be curious to see my results once I've had a lot more typings. There are some of the coins I'm actually higher on than others. Oh, well, now it's gone down again. I was still at 70-something% on DEDI until today. FT is also not bad. Okay, well, that's it for today. I hope you learned a lot. I did. So I'll see you next time. Bye.